And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Okay, 3rd and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield, and that paid off in a big way for them on that one, a big-time catch downfield.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, It's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Able to power through. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And on the ground they go with a running back. And an alley to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No, check. Patriot. Detroit. Gun.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Here we go. Gone.
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He wasn't ready.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Oliver. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The give is to Jones. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
Now back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a big play there for the Saints. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. But it's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And he knocks it through. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Crosby puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them. and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle